So in your case, you've done the transaction. That means whether it is an investment or borrowing. After September 12 only your company has done that.
No. After September you have not done anything. Okay. Before that we have availed loan over above the specified limit. That is paid up capital and free reserve. Okay. So if I am giving a scenario that till 31st March we are not availed any new loan. Okay. While auditing the accounts, the auditor will state that company is in violation of 181C or will not. That is my question.
If the transaction, if the investment or borrowing done after September 12 alone can be qualified.
No, sir, that's what I'm saying, that no company has not availed scenario, the company has not availed any loan after the notification. Okay, but as the end of the financial year, if you see as per the 181C, it is in violation. So what will be the remarks by auditor regarding this company's borrowing power as per 181?
No, I can't. We can't say the remark that. Hold on. We can't say the remark that what that auditor can provide. But the situation is that, as I told you, for section 185, the same scenario only should be followed. Situation should exist. Under section 185, if the loan is already given to the director of the company, where I said that the contract will hold good. Same way, if the company already borrowed before September 12 and now the situation appears is in violation, in March it appears the violation. As long as the terms and conditions is not expired or is being followed and not expiring before March 31st where your account end, then it won't be a violation. Suppose you borrow loan money with a condition, with a term that it will be paid after a year. Because of the provision section 181 has come into effect from September 12, the next day I can't repay it. So that is the reason it goes with the terms. And after that you should not again borrow.
Before once again, if I have to borrow, I have to pass special resolution.
Yeah, the same concept only should be followed, whether it is a 185 or 181 and whatever be the scenario, unless specifically law itself gives time.
With regard to section 185, guarantees are prohibited to give to the concerns where the directors are interested with effect from 12th September. So existing guarantees can be closed. After that, it's not possible to give any guarantee.
That's what the section looks.
Prohibited, fully prohibited. No.
Excuse me, I have a query here. The holding company, we have a company in which the parent company holds 99.99% holding, and the balance 6 shareholders or the employees holding the share where the parent company is jointly holding. So in this scenario, in view of this new act, how do we go about the special resolution? Because here it says the interested member not to participate. So how do we go about passing and getting approval wide special resolution?
The scenario what you are telling is holding company holding shares, some number of shares, and the remaining 6 shareholders is there.
Yes, all are employees of the company. Okay. They also cannot participate.
The company would have issued shares, or probably the employee would have taken shares in as a beneficiary, as a nominee of the company.
Yes.
In which case it cannot be said it is interested, because the law says that somebody who is holding the shares, particularly that particular portion what you are referring, under section 42, where the law itself is permit as of now that to promote a company you need a shareholder. You can have a shareholder keeping is a registered shareholder, still the beneficial interest can be retained in the holding company. Generally the company would have incorporated in that way only, where to satisfy the minimum number of 7,
yes,
they would have made the employees as a shareholder. They are not a different person, or they cannot be interested at all.
Okay.
The interpretation should be given that way only.
This query is with regard to CSR activity, where it says the activity should be carried on in the place where the project is being implemented. Cannot happen anywhere else. Now we have a subsidiary company where the main object, the main business of the company is loading the cargo and unloading it elsewhere. So the company owns a ship. The ship is on the overseas, like it's on always in the seas. So this company, where will it carry out the CSR activity?
So preference has to be given to local.
This all in the civil law.
See problem.
In the civil law, cause of action is necessary to file a suit where the cause of action has taken place. That court only will have the jurisdiction to file the suit. So I am in Tirupati. I come to Chennai and borrow from Mr. Dhanapal. So I gave a promissory note to Dhanapal. In that address is given my Tirupati address only. Whether Dhanapal has to file the suit in Tirupati or Dhanapal has to file the suit in Chennai, the question. Loading is at one place, unloading is in the port. So where shall I carry on the CSR activity? Not only you, after this CSR section, many companies are having the same difficulty. Throughout India they are having. So area means local area or in and around the local area, the word exactly used.
Local area.
Local area. So Tata company is selling Tata vehicles throughout India, Tata lorries are there. So just like you, where shall I implement the CSR means
one.
specific what is the local area for them means it is like that so many questions have come, don't worry. So the intention is the company's goodwill, it will in and around the company if they spend, it is better, that's all. So there are so many exceptions and as I think Dhanapal only has rightly said, even if you are not able to spend the money in that particular year and give a reasonable cause, still exception is given in the act. It is very, very liberal. You need not worry about it. But either at the loading point for avoiding pollution, if you say, or at the unloading point port, we want the port benefits, port development. Like that, you can, government itself has appointed so many port development authorities. So, CSR activity, either that place or this place, it makes no difference according to me, individual opinion.
The new act, it has made the auditor mandatory. He should attend the annual general meeting, or he can appoint a representative who should also be an auditor. And here the statement the section ends as saying unless exempted by the company. Now, why at all a company would exempt an auditor from attending the annual general meeting when queries from the shareholders will be there with regard to balance sheet, where the auditor is supposed to answer the query. So in this thing, why at all a company would exempt an auditor from attending the AGM
Actually,
when
Madam,
the act is making it mandatory?
I appreciate your concern. In fact, if you get opportunity to see companies bill 2011, there one of the disqualification, originally it was for disqualification of auditor. There is a provision whereby a company can decide how many companies that the auditor can act as an auditor. That provision was there originally, and when I was deliberating in Elagri in CA branch, in fact that point I deliberated as a disqualification. Surprisingly, in 2000 bill it is disappearing. So the reason being what? The idea is they want to give company also to little decide to ensure that the company alone know that whether the auditor is giving proper time or not. So that is the reason government they may want to give a company little free hand to decide all these parameters. The problem is, as long as there is a law, probably we can question 1,000 things in the law, but we have to see the spirit only. The law is evolving rise of logic only. Even the question which you have raised on CSR also, see, they can come out with a law with a certain logic. They want to ensure that the company also should involve into the national interest. You have to ensure that as long as that is taken care of, unless there is no specific reference in the act. If some specific reference in the act, then we can't apply the logic. If there is no specific law in the act, we can apply the logic, and we also should ensure that spirit of the law is followed.
Excuse me, I have a clarification on appointment of audit director. A foreign citizen gets an opportunity in Indian company and he gets an employment visa and he comes to India, and subsequently he becomes a director in the company. Now, can he become a director in another company?
The position of director is not restricted in any manner in the Companies Act.
Because he gets the employment visa in that particular company.
He is in employment, he is in director in some other company. The director is a fiduciary position. irrespective of anything you hold, that can be hold. Just a moment, give me a second. For the benefit of the members, at least who are sitting now, because I want to give one information on section 185, because I was getting so many concern on 185. In fact, that's the reason we kept a separate panel discussion. Within this hall, I can share this, but in fact, my view, and even I can say our view. The section 185, the concern of everyone is without giving loan how to survive. See, when we closely reading that section 185, the only one way out that we could able to find out is, it looks from the reading of the section 185, a company cannot give, whether it is a private or public. Earlier position is different, completely now taken away everything. Now, as per the present provision, section 185, a private company or public company, whatever the company, it cannot give loan to its director. It cannot give loan to its firm where the director is a partner. It cannot give loan to the private company where the director is a director or member. Cannot give loan to the public company where it is carried to the accustomed to act. Okay. And in that, one important point which we have observed, the first provision, for the benefit of the participants, I am reading it. It says, no company shall directly, indirectly advance any loan. And one more question I got, that also I can deal with this, so that I can move on. Under section 185, loans and advances include book debts. If a company sells its goods to related concern, at the end of the year, outstanding amount is there, all this question is there. So when I am reading this, I can address this point also. Save as otherwise provided. No saving, I don't think anything provided. Anyway, for the safety sake, they would have provided. No company shall directly or indirectly advance any loan, including any loan represented by a book debt. So, book debt is equivalent to the loan. We need not to have any doubt on that. It's really, I don't know how the companies which have formed to deal with the products of the holding company or group company is going to survive. As long as the associate company, that means the company which is falling into this category, is going to show some debt, then it is going to squarely fall in 185. That means the transaction should be in exchange basis. You have to take the check and give the product. Yeah. September 2013, with the from 12th.
Prior to September 2013 will not come under this, right?
It will go by as per the contract.
Because sale is taking place already, so it will be remaining as a date.
The sale should not take place after September 12. The sale which has already taken place, as per the term of the invoice, it should be repaid.
Thanks.
And I'll continue, because people are, so for that benefit only I thought I can share before they leave. The only point which we can able to appreciate, it restricts every director, private company, partnership and public company. And I'll read one line which gives that view to us. It also restricts any director of the lending company or of a company which its holding company or any person or relative of such director. That is not required. So here the important first parameter is individual. See, there are many parameters prescribed. One is individual, second is firm, third is private company, fourth is body corporate. The first A, class A, after explanation, the first line A class is drafted only for the